Actually, in Vedanta it is said, yad yad idam taya jnayate tat sarvam vishwamiti. Whatever is known to us as an object of knowledge, as this, everything is world only. This is a book, this is harmonium, this is a watch, that also world. This body, that also is world. This mind, that also is world. These vasanas of mind, they are troubling me, okay, they are also world. And not of individual, remember, of the totality of the gross world, subtle world and unmanifest. In the Bhagavad Gita's language, if I have to tell you, in the 13th chapter, Bhagavan says Kshetram. He calls it as field. Mahabhuta nyahankaraha buddhiravyaktam evacha. Indriyani dashaikam cha panchachendriya gocharaha. Ichha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghatas chetana dhrutihi etat kshetram. This is the world now. All the five elements, mind, intellect, ego, sense organs, they are objects. Then the likes and dislikes and joy and sorrow and all, everything. Now when we think of this world, do we include all this? Tell honestly. It is only when we study Vedanta, then we understand. Now, if you study Puranas and Vedas, then it is said, to every Brahmanda, cosmos, is constituted of 14 worlds. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapaha, Satyam, then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatal, Mahital, Rasatal, Patala. So all these 14 worlds make one cosmos, and like that countless cosmoses are there. Will we think about that way? Oh, why teacher is required? Because we do not even know what is the extent of this world. Yeah. Number one. Second, when we say world is perishable, all right, I am also included in that. Everyone who is born, that person knows he or she is going to die. But always what we think, one day I am going to die. This is another mistake, fallacy. We forget we are constantly dying. That is a shashvat nashwara vishwa. It is not the world is going to perish. Nowadays, I don't know how many of you have heard, I don't know who has predicted that the world will end in 2012. And there's some movies and books and all kinds of things that are happening in 2012. And people ask me also, what is my opinion? What opinion I can give? One thing is, you say the world will end in 2012. Vedanta says it is constantly ending, constantly perishing only. Number one. Let us wait and see. Second opinion is, wait and see. 2012, whether we ourselves remain by that time or not, we don't know. And if we remain there, we'll know. But idea, we should know, we are constantly dying. This is that our thinking that one day I am going to die. What is happening now? Constant perishing only. Only that is the last stroke in the sense that this physical body is not seen afterwards. But otherwise now, so the baby's body that we have now, that baby's body we don't see now, that only has grown. Young and old and all that. Why Guru's words require that this also doesn't strike us. And that's why we are caught unaware. That this world is constantly changing, and I am also constantly changing. We don't know which will be the last moment. Because if I know the last moment, or this day I am going to die, what is the most important thing that I must do? So first is our idea of Vishwa itself is limited. Second, this perishable nature of this world also is not properly understood by us. And third, suppose someone says, no, I have understood that also. Then suppose that I say I understood that I am also constantly dying every moment. Then the third thing, then you should inquire as to what is the most important thing that I must know before I die. See, in modern days, all the business world and all that, so many contracts are signed, agreements. You give a contract to a contractor to build a bridge or road or house or whatever is that. And do you know there is one clause that's called deadline. When this project will be ready? What is a deadline? They call deadline. This is a deadline. By this time this must be completed. And if it is not completed, if it is not completed, then what? Terms and conditions will be applicable then. That means penalty will be levied or so other things can happen, whatever thing. So therefore the one who is conscious of that point, he will always try to finish that work before that, because he does not have to pay penalty and all that. If we really know that we are going to die, at that date we don't know when it is going to happen. On Nishwasa there is no Vishwasa. Kada ruddho bhavishyati. Suddenly it will say bye and gone. Every breath can be the last breath only. So if we remember that, then we will inquire what is the most important thing I should know. Let me tell you, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a definition of Brahmana and definition of a Krupana. Brahmana and Krupana. So the Upanishad says, Etadvai gargi aksharam viditva asmat lokat praiti sa brahmanaha. See, the Brahmana's definition is very interesting. The one who departs from this world, and before departing, the one who has realized imperishable Brahman. So having realized the imperishable Brahman, he who departs from this world, he is Brahmana. Brahma janati. And etadvai gargi aksharam aviditva asmat lokat praiti, so krupanaha. And the one who without realizing and knowing this truth departs from this world is krupana. Krupana means pitiable. One meaning of krupana is miser also, but he is a pitiable. That is, he got a human life. He could have realized the truth and liberated himself, but he did not do that and went away. Then you pity that, pitiable. So, why Nishchitya Vacha Guru? Because it is only through Guru's teaching we'll know the extent of the world. Second, it is that constantly perishing nature of this world. In that I am also constantly perishing and it may be last moment. And therefore what should happen is, I should know what is the most important thing. I must know. Next, if it is known, then a question should arise, if everything is perishing, everything is changing, then is there any changeless reality? Is there any truth which can be called as absolute truth? Against which factor I am saying that everything is changing? There has to be some changeless factor. And that how will we know? That's why it is said, next line, Nityam Brahma Nirantaram Vimrushata Nirvyaja Shantatmana. By Guru's teaching, we will come to know that the whole world, which is of names and forms, and it is ever changing, so there is a changeless substratum for it. Nityam Brahma. Suppose someone says, I know the ever-changing world, but do you know the changeless reality? That only Guru's teaching is required. Nishchitya vacha guroho nityam brahma nirantaram. That Brahma is nityam. You know, for every, what you call, changes to see, there has to be some changeless substratum. When you see a river flowing, that water is continuously changing and flowing, but there is a river bed or not? Yes. On the stage, you see the dancers and other actors are coming and playing and dancing, but the stage has to be there, platform has to be there on which they are dancing and all that. Yes. When you watch a movie, all the films and stuff are moving, but there is a screen behind that which is stationary there. Idea is, without a changeless reality or factor, we cannot observe and notice all these changes. And one more thing, an observer also has to be there to see all these changes. And that has to be the illuminator. And that is called the consciousness, that is called Brahman. Nityam Brahma. The world is ever changing, then is there any changeless reality? Yes. Brahma is Nitya Vastu. And that's what we have to realize. Again, Guru's words are required. That's why he said, Sadeva Somya Idam Agra Asi. Sat alone was there, and all this world is only nothing but expansion, as it were, of names and forms. Names and forms keep on changing. See now, gold is there, gold block you brought. Then you made a bracelet out of it. So you call it bracelet. Then you got tired of bracelet. You dissolved it, melted it, and made a necklace. Now that form has gone, that name has gone. But gold is still there. Gold is remaining there constant. That alone is Satvastu. Nityam Brahma. Now, so Guru said, the world is constantly changing. The cause of this, a substratum of this was Nitya Vastu Brahma, Tattvamasi. That you are. Now the question is, do we identify ourselves with this changing factor, or we understand our absolute nature and then we absorb our mind in that? One principle it is there, as you think, so you become. Suppose I constantly only think of the ever-changing, changing things, my mind always, all the time, chanchala only. But if I think of that Nishchala Tattvam, Nishchala Tattve Jivan Mukti. If that mind contemplates on changeless absolute reality, it will merge in that. You become that. So therefore it is said, Nityam Brahma Nirantaram Vimrushata. Vimrushata Purushena. That person who Nirantaram constantly Vimarsha. Vimarsha means goes on reflecting on this truth, meditating on this truth. Nirvyaja Shantatmana. With the peaceful mind. Nirvyaja means unpretentious. That means what? Not superficially, deeply. Not cosmetically, but really. Not only to show off. No. Genuine. That person, first he has listened to the Guru, and through his Guru determined the nature of this world, nature of the reality, and that reality is me. In this way he who has understood, and then he goes on reflecting on this, logical reflection, and also meditates on that. Nirvyaja Shantatmana. So man with this peaceful mind who meditates on that, then what happens, you know? Bhutam bhavicha dushkritam pradahata samvinmaye pavake. This vimrushata and pradahata, these are the instrumental case, and it is the adjective of that spiritual seeker. That spiritual seeker who first listens to his Guru, that is called Shravanam, understand the nature of this ever-changing world, understand the nature of the changeless reality called Brahma, and understanding that that is my own true self, then he who goes on meditating on that, pradahata, he burns. Burns. What does he burn? All karmas. See, in the Gita 4th chapter है, Jnanagni Dagdha Karma. The one who burns all karmas in the fire of knowledge. That he says, Pradhata Samvinmaye Pavake. Pavake means in the fire. Samvinmaya of the very nature of knowledge, realization. So through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, the one who has gained this knowledge that this Brahman is myself, in that knowledge burns what? All karmas. Which karmas? Bhutam. Bhutam, all karmas done in the past. They are also known as Sanchita karmas, accumulated karmas. Bhavi, Bhavi means future. Future means whose results will come in future. What about the third karma? That is called Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma, Prarabdha means which is already begun, started giving result. That is our body. Now the present, our body which we have, is a result of Prarabdha karma. What does he do with this Prarabdha? He says, Prarabdhaya samarpitam sovapu. This is a very beautiful expression. He dedicates his body to Prarabdha karma. You know, like someone builds a house and dedicated to the nation. In like Allahabad, you know, Nehru family dedicated Anand Bhavan. Or somebody dedicates the house to a spiritual organization, social organization, dedicated that. So the Jnani Purush says, I have dedicated my physical body to Prarabdha karma. Now let the Prarabdha karma take care of it. Prarabdhaya samarpitam. So vapuhu. then Chandalastu Guru, what do you call, Chandalastu Satu Dvijostu Guru iti, that word should be understood here. So the one who has done Shravan, Manan, Nidhi, Dhyasan, and in the fire of knowledge burned all the karmas, dedicated his body to pravada, then whether that man is Chandala or Brahmana or anybody, but Guru iti esha manisha mama. That is manisha.